Madam
I
Chair.
thank the distinguished representative of Laos for her statement. And I give the floor now to the distinguished representative of the state of Palestine. Palestine, you have the floor. Thank you.
شكرا سيدتي الرئيسة.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I thank you. I hope that all of you are happy with me, along with me, because I am speaking for the very first time as a representative of the state of Palestine. It is true that we are not yet a full member state, but with God's help, I trust that one day we will be a member state with full rights, and very soon. I would like to thank the United Nations for all of the assistance given us, and I would also like to thank all of the member states that gave us their support so that we would be able to appear on the map of the world. Once again, thanks to all of you. First of all, I would like to mention that for decades, women in Palestine have been fighting violence, the violence perpetrated by the occupying power, Israel, over decades. However, this should not prevent us from focusing on violence within families, in our own society, and on what we called the inherited violence, that which we have inherited from traditional customs. Despite all of this, and despite the fact that the Palestinian Authority has very few years of experience, I can safely say that we have done a lot to counter violence against women and girls. I would like to report that a ministry has been established for women's affairs. This covers all activities having to do with women, as well as ensuring the application of the relevant international treaties and agreements. President Abu Mazen also signed the text of CEDAW. This was a symbolic, moral signature. Since we are not a state that could be recognized, but we took this step as a symbolic one in order to show that we were going to do everything possible to give women their rightful place. A series of legislative measures are underway, all in the spirit of the CEDAW. We also have done work in close cooperation with civil society organizations, especially the Association of Palestinian Women, one of the arms of the Palestinian Liberation Organization. We have prepared a national agenda to respond to violence against women, which was approved by the Council of Ministers. We then went on to the approval of plans and programs, and we signed a memoranda with a series of ministries responsible for these activities. We were successful in reaching these agreements and were able to set up strategies in consonance with the various ministries. We are even able to draw up a gender strategy having to do with the activities of other ministries, such as the Ministry of Water Resources and the Ministry of Education. You must accept the fact that the Council of Ministers has adopted March 8th as the Palestinian Day of Women. Every year we have a new achievement, and there is a very positive reaction to all the work being done for women. A national commission, has also been established to implement Security Council Resolution 1325. And ministers have begun to focus on the situation. A series of laws have been adopted. For example, we are subject to the Jordanian criminal code. Mention is made of extenuating circumstances when there are crimes, so-called crimes of honor. When there is an increase of this kind of crime, we know that they are not so-called honor crimes, but other activities instead. We have therefore called for this article to be repealed. Its repeal was accepted both by the Council of Ministers and by the President of the authority. A draft criminal code has also been drawn up. We recently presented a draft to the Council of Ministers covering the situation of women who have been subject to torture and to protect women who are victims of violence. We have also worked with the police and other security authorities. Meetings are also being held with other ministries besides the police and the Ministry of Security. The police has started training and setting up units to respond to violence against women. There are women's shelters so that they can re-enter public life. We have 13 centers at present. It is our hope that we will be able to extend them throughout the Palestinian territory. The Palestinian Labor Code establishes equality between men and women. Equality between girls and boys is also established in the Children's Code. Now we still need a law on individual status. A draft has been submitted for approval. A presidential commission has also been set up with a series of legal experts to study this draft. I should also note that many women in our society have been able to reach decision-making positions which were not traditionally theirs. In education, we have around 60% of university students who are women. We consider this a major achievement. We have also noted that women cannot achieve sustainable development unless they are empowered. For this reason, with the Ministry of Finance, we are working strategically so that women can obtain facilities to enter the mainstream of economic life. I should also note, however, that there is a series of issues on which we still need to focus.
And I would like to ask delegations to please, we have a very, very long list, and it's 5 o'clock, the interpreters will walk out on us. So please, I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of South Africa. South Africa, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, thank